Oh, now with all these additional bushes, it's so much heavier. Wow, actually that was easier than expected, this first part. Let's see the rest of it. Okay, so far so good. Now we have to match the splines. Can some of you push it? No? No one wants to push it for me while I'm lifting the front end. Okay, then I have to lift it myself and push myself. I think now it's just a matter of matching the splines. I don't know. You guys don't see anything, do you? That's better. Okay, I lifted the engine a lot. Yes. Okay. We put one nut with two threads. Okay, now that one nut is on, I can lower the engine. Just need to make sure. Okay. Okay, so now everything comes in place, right? Perfect. So that's it, guys. I'm gonna turn you off and I'm gonna put you on a charger because your battery is dying on me, and I'm gonna put all the bolts back and I'm gonna call you to let you know what the results are. All right, that's gonna be tricky. It's really tight here and I want to have you, me, the light and all the tools and everything. So anyways, first of all, here you see this play. That's what we want. We never want it to be tight, because if it's tight it means that we have a preload on the clutch plate and the clutch will never engage properly. So that's why we need this play. This is a little bit too much, I think. We don't need all that, we just need a little bit to make sure that we don't have a preload on the clutch plate. So I want to measure from here, from this surface to the end of this pin. What is the measurement? Sorry. Okay. Approximate, not perfect. So that's 1.762. So I mean that's when it is touching the clutch plate. So we want a little bit of a play, so we're gonna make it 1.9, let's say. So that's 1.9. Let's see now. Oh, that's actually, wow, that's not only 200. No, it's possible that to be 200. So maybe 1.8. Let's make it 1.8. So we have 100 thou play. 1.8. 1.8, not 1.8. I mean 1.8. So now we want to see when the piston here, I don't know if you see the piston, but it is coming on its own. I can press it in and then the spring that's behind it pushes it out. So that's when the piston is fully pressed. When I press the clutch pedal, that's where this piston is gonna go. It can't go further than that. So now I want to see from this plate to the piston how much room we have. And again, that's pretty approximate. So right now this is 0.8. Okay, and if we press it down, we want to see where is the end. So now it is all the way down, we are at 2 inches, almost 2.1. So this means if this is at 1 point, what did we say? It was at 1.7. So this means 1.75, let's say, and we have 2.05 or 0.7, what it was, I don't remember, 0.9. So we have about 300 tau of unused travel. If I just take it now and put it there, this is going to push on the piston, but because it's only 1.7, it's going to push it 1.7 in, and we have 300 more tau unused. So we are using from 1.7, which is this. So if I put it in, this is how much the pin is going to push it. Up to here, that's 1.7. I hope you see from my hand, because that's 1.7. That's all the way where we can go. And this means also that we are making a shorter stroke and we're pushing less on that pin. What if we need to push it more to disengage? Because that was my problem, it wasn't disengaging, right? So I want to use this 300 tau more. For this reason, this cylinder is designed, okay, I'm gonna twist it. This cylinder is designed so you can loosen this bolt, and this is like a sleeve, the housing is like a sleeve, and this cylinder inside moves in and out, and that's how you adjust this. On the TR6 you have a different hose on the lever, or some people make extendable pins like this, but they are exposed on the TR6, they are underneath. Here on the Spitfire, this is how you make this adjustment. But I know from my last experience here that this cylinder is all the way in now. I can't move it anymore. I even, when I took it apart here, I ground something, because there's a channel here on the side that this boat travels into. I ground the channel to make it even bigger so I can push it even further in, and that's not enough. So what I think I'm gonna do is, on the lathe, I'm gonna make a sleeve here that extends this pin, and I'll show you what I mean. I'm gonna make it 200 tau. It's 300 right now, so we're gonna leave 100 for a play, and we're gonna extend it by 200. Well, somehow I'm missing the footage of how I made that on the lathe, but you can see what it is. It's basically a cap that extends the pin by 200 tau. Very, very simple. So I'm gonna put this one, and I'm gonna test again and see if we still have play. If it is too long, then of course we can always grind it. You see it's 2 bolts in and out for the cylinder, so that's not a problem. But yeah, we're gonna start with longer, and we're gonna cut it down if as needed until we have a good clutch, and in the meantime we have a good amount of play on the fork. Okay guys, I don't know if you see the fork down there inside. Okay, you probably see it even without this light, maybe better. So you see in that hole, I can actually touch the fork, and you see what it does. So from here to here, that's perfect. That's where we're gonna leave it. It has probably 50 tau of play. All right, let's test it again now. Okay. Perfect. All right. Whew. Okay, that was an adventure. So now the slave cylinder is tightened where it's gonna be, and perfect. We're gonna leave it there. So probably it was a combination of two short pin with pin on the other side of the fork, which was very loose, and everything else. So now the transmission is nice and tight, and I'm happy with it. All right, it's actually a few days later again. The other day, as soon as I made sure that everything is okay now, I abandoned everything and left. So I'm back today, and I'm happy to notice here that there's absolutely no signs of leak for now. Who knows, after it starts driving and it starts getting splashed everywhere, the oil inside, maybe it's gonna start dripping again, but for now it's good. So what's left is just install the speedo cable, put the cover back on, assemble the center console with the radio and everything. The other day nobody paid attention on my previous video, but I pinched the memory wire for the, which is the yellow one, I don't know where, here, you see, I pinched it with the transmission when I was pulling it out, made contact here, and I popped the fuse. So I'm gonna have to find that fuse too, but nobody paid attention to that. You could see clearly on the video, you could see the smoke coming from here. Anyways, lesson learned. Next time I take the transmission out, I have to disconnect the battery, because I didn't even think of that one of these wires is always live. That's the memory for the radio. So anyways, we have to put it back together. I have to wash this a little bit better because I made a mess of it, and I'm upset with myself because I should have put a cover here, but too late now. So I'm gonna take my time. That's why I didn't want to finish it the other night, because I was gonna rush it through and I was not gonna pay attention to small details like this, and I was gonna be mad at myself again. So yeah, I'm gonna clean this up. We're gonna clean it, and maybe the weather is nice today, and I don't know if you can see, but it's nice and sunny, so we should take her home with us. Just give me a second to assemble it. There you go. She's all in one piece again, and nice and clean-ish. This cleaned up perfect. I'm happy, and yeah, time to take her out on the road. So let's take her for a test drive, and the test drive is gonna be to go home with her. That's about 45 kilometers drive from here, and tomorrow morning coming back again. So that's gonna be a good test drive. Haha, you thought I was gonna forget, didn't you? No. We are on the hoist now, and we're gonna put those last 3 bolts. So anyways, now that we're here, well, actually when I was editing my previous video, I realized that the leak is coming from here. I could see it from the side, so looks like my oil pan needs new gasket, but you know, I'm gonna try to tighten it. I don't know, maybe it's gonna work. It never worked for me before when I tightened, but I'm here, so I'm gonna tighten it. I'm gonna try anyways. And look, it's all over the place. Ooh, maybe it's not the oil pan. Maybe it's this cover. I don't know. Yeah, it looks like it's this cover. So we're gonna tighten these more. These were going into aluminum, didn't they? I don't know. We'll see. Looks like I put gasket maker here, like a sealer. I don't know. We're gonna tighten everything a little bit, and then we're gonna go home. Again, look at this, huh? I don't know if all of you, I'm sure that not all of you watched the restoration of this car. Oh, my diff is leaking too. Oh, I changed those seals. I did change those seals. They need changing again. I don't know. We'll see, but I'm sure, guys, that not all of you have seen the restoration of this car, but some of you may remember that these floors are actually just flat sheet metal. That's how it came from the previous owner. They replaced the floors with flat sheet metal, like very heavy, and I didn't want to cut it out, so what I did is I made my own ribs, like my own pressings here. I don't know if you see them. Like, this is the original one, and this is where I started with a homemade one, and I just welded it on top of the flat sheet metal. Like you see, they all start here and they overlap the rest. So I made them just so it looks like original floor. I went through all that, imagine. These were rusted, so I made a piece here, if I remember. Yeah, you see? I made a piece to overlap this pressing. Look, all these are new. Wow. It's amazing what... Okay, that doesn't look good. Wow. Okay. I was wondering why this was so low. Alright, so obviously there are a few things that we need to take care of. So we're gonna do that now, and we're gonna go home.